Hello everyone! Welcome to this video. I actually wasn't sure if I was gonna get this video up for my Thursday video, but here we are. I'm recording it Sunday, like 5 p.m. and I just finished rereading Shadowfrost. And oh my god, I literally finished it like seconds ago, so it's nice, fresh in my mind. I forgot so much about this book, I can't even tell you. I had 4 hours of sleep last night. Anyways, this book talk is on Coco's debut book, Shadowfrost. Let me tell you, if you have not read this, if you have not, I highly, highly recommend it. It was even better on the second time around. And oh my god, the feels, guys. I was just, oh, the feels. I actually wrote things down while I was reading the second half of it. So I have a lot to talk about. But first, we're going to start off with our typical talks of the characters that are in this book. And there's a lot. We have our main character, Princess Astrid Fahlenhart. I don't know how to pronounce names, ever. And she's just badass. I love her. She's omni-infinited, which means she has access to all 9 affinities, and oh my god, magic in this world, it's split into affinities like 9 different elements. The main 3, which are fire, earth, and water. The other 6 stem from those. Illusion magic, I think, is like water, a combination of water and air. Yeah, Astrid is just this badass princess, and I love her. She's amazing. And there have been main characters in the past where I haven't been too keen on them, and they get annoying. But Astrid, she never got annoying to me. I just love her so much. She loves her kingdom so much, and it's just so beautiful. I can't handle it, okay? Then we have Queen Priscilla Moncroy Fahlenhart, who is introduced as Astrid's mother, but is not her real mother. It is in fact like a stepmother. I'm still confused on how Priscilla managed to get rid of Astrid's real mother and get Astrid's father to go along with it. Granted, she did poison King Tristan pretty early on, but still, how did she convince it? How? I don't understand. There's a lot of things in this book that I don't understand, but also I understand a bit more on my second read. I mean, it's a high fantasy world, so it's really kind of just one of those things that you gotta read multiple times to understand. Then we have Quinlan Holloway, my new crush. Oh my god, Quinlan, I love him. He's got indigo blue eyes, black hair. There's a strong pattern in books of male leads having black hair, blue eyes, pale skin, and I am all for it. Quinlan, I love him. He's the only one who can use his magic, and he's also omni-finitied, but he's the only one who can use his magic without Affinity Stone, and it's just so great, and I love him. I love his backstory. It's so heartbreaking, and honestly, I just wanna hold Quinlan close and just protect him from the world. Also, I'll talk about it later, but the end of the book with Quinlan, yeah, I'm not happy. Then we have Rose, who is the newly coronated Queen of Eredor, whose real name is Orizalia. Glad she goes by Rose, because Orizalia is a mouthful. But yeah, she's Queen of Eridor, and she comes to help Asterin fight this demon, fight this darkness that's going to overtake Exaria, and then it's going to expand out to all the other kingdoms, and eventually hit Eridor. So Rose is trying to help prevent that from happening. I love it. Rose is an amazing character, and I love how it's shown that her own flaws are she cares for certain people too much, that will use her over and over and over again at Kingdom. Then we have Orion Galashiels. Oh, I love Orion. Orion, I don't remember how old he is. I think he's like 24. The ages in these books are so, like, out there. Like, they're not your typical young adult ages. Like, sure, Astrid's 17, Rose and Quinlan are 19, Edric, who I'll talk about later, Edric's 26, Orion is, I think, 6 years Astrid's senior, so he's like 23-ish. If my math is correct, Orion's 23, so they're all, like, the ages of the protagonists are all, like, dispersed. I'm actually loving that, because you don't see that often in young adult fantasy. Though you could argue this might become, like, the new adult genre. But, you know, you kind of have to wait till more books come out to really discern what the trilogy's gonna be like with that. For now, it's young adult with more adult-like characters. And it's really good, it's really refreshing to have characters like that who are older than 16. So Orion is Astrid's royal guardian, and oh my god, I love him. I also love how it is not expressly said, it's just constantly in the book, that Orion is most likely gay. I love him. I love it. I love how Orion doesn't really hide it so much. He sort of does, but also Astrid's complete oblivious nature to Orion liking Harry the way he does, like falling in love with Harry, is just it's amazing. I love it. But god damn it, she should not be this oblivious. It's actually rather funny though. But Orion, I love him. I love how he puts Astrid first for everything, because it's his job, and I love him so much. Now Harry's our demon that Astrid is sent out to destroy. Of course, she doesn't. And Harry is supposed to kill her, but of course he doesn't, because why would you do that? Astrid's great, and he doesn't want to kill a good person. He doesn't want to kill good people, even though he serves the self-proclaimed king of the immortal realm, the shadow god, King Eowyn. I think I'm saying that right. King Eowyn is the only one who cannot pass his powers on to mortals. I like Harry. He's great. I love him. He's amazing. Then we have Luna. I completely forgot before I did my reread, that Luna is so fucking adorable in the beginning. She's just this sweet little innocent girl. It's not very strong magic-wise or anything-wise, but she's surrounded by all these powerful people, and she's just so adorable. I love her. Granted, I'm not liking her towards the end of this book. She's starts off being so adorable and lovable that I just want to hold her. And that's my response to a lot of things, actually. I just want to hold some of these characters and shield them from the world. And am I wrong in wanting to do that? I don't think so. Next, for characters, we have Edric. Captain Edric Covington. He's great. He's 26. I'm pretty sure that's not the oldest of the characters, but it's oldest of the main, like, point of views. So for the point of views, we have Astrid, we have Rose, we have Quinlan, we have Luna, we have Harry. Harry doesn't count for old because he's immortal. Orion, all of those. Edric is pretty much the oldest. Also, I just realized Luna has to be like 16, 17, around Astrid's age. And she and Edric are in love. Now, I don't care much for age gaps, but at the same time, Edric's 26. I'm gonna be kind and say Luna's 17. There's a huge age gap there, but you know what? It's fine. I do love their relationship, though. I do love how much Edric loves Luna, and the other way around, and it's just it's amazing. I also love Edric's past with Madam M. How he was a lord's son who was so bored he would constantly like thieve and steal and be disobedient to everything. And it's just amazing. Now, last for characters, really, we have Daringsford. General Carlotta Daringsford. I hated her from the beginning, but I did feel something when she died at the end. She went along with Priscilla's plans because she wanted to bring her sons back from the dead. Oh my god, it was so heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking in a way that I didn't expect. I didn't think I'd feel anything for her death. Well, Coco Ma completely surprised me, made me feel something for a character I hated pretty much from the beginning because of how she treated Astrid. Before I go into a huge amount of anything else, I'm going to talk about the magic in this world. So, the magic, there's like 10 affinities. One of them is banned, which is shadow. But then there's the other 9. So we have the House of the Stag, which would deem you have a strong earth affinity. We have the House of the Serpent, which is Rose's house, because she has a very, very strong affinity of water. Then we have Quinlan's House of the Fox, fire, because feisty fox is fire. Then we have Astrid's House of the Wolf, which is an affinity to ice. House of the Stallion, which is an affinity to wind. House of the Falcon, sky, because those are 2 different things apparently. House of the Viper, which is air, which is also apparently different than wind and sky. That's really stretching it in my opinion, but who knows. House of the Lynx, which is an affinity to light. House of the Peacock, which is Priscilla's and Luna's house, with strong affinity to illusion magic. There's no animal or house of for the god of shadow, so yes, those are the 9 affinities that people have. The average person is just single affinitied or bi-affinitied or tri-affinitied, and rarer is multi-affinitied, and even rarer is omni-affinitied, but we have 2 characters here who are omni-affinitied, and god, that's gonna twist my tongue, so we're gonna... Also, we learn while Quinlan is teaching Astrid how to deal with magic without a stone. We have 2 types of magic. We have raw magic and we have spells. Spells are more concise, Like Halen will heal. Scheduled, I believe that one makes a shield, and so on and so forth. There's a bunch of different spells. I'm not going to go through all of them. And magic can take on infinite forms. It's only limited to the wielder's imagination. That's all about the magic of this world, and it's great, and I love it. Now, I must talk about how the girls create a scheme to see if Harry is the demon by using traps, not telling any of the guys, but setting traps with these dye bombs that the dye won't wash off. Harry getting trapped in one of those is one thing, but reading the part where Harry basically skins himself alive. Also, Harry bleeds silver, not red, so that's fun. But the fact that he skins himself, just shreds, is just... I can't even tell you how much I was just recoiling during that. And it is a short little bit in the book, but god damn it, it really crawls under your skin. Yeah, he does that to keep his identity a secret, keep them from knowing he's the demon they're hunting, because Harry wants to find out why Astrid and Luna have these marks, because Luna has a shadow sigil because her mother's Priscilla, and that means that Eowyn can claim her whenever because of how the deal worked with Priscilla getting shadow magic, access to it, and everything. So Luna has a shadow sigil, which I believe shadowlings only have. But Harry wants to find out why Luna has this shadow sigil and why Astrid has this mark that places her on a certain dark path. And honestly, I mean, do the math, buddy. I mean, yeah, no one knew, no one could know that Luna's mother was Priscilla until you lead them to the lake and unveil it. Because, yeah, that's what he does. Brings them to a lake after being chased by De Brule, I think. That's how you pronounce that thing. And then Astrid and Luna are both unconscious because there's magic hidden around them. Like, Astrid's memories are altered, Luna's are like non-existent, and her appearance is greatly altered. We start the book with her having like honey gold hair and ice chip blue eyes. No, she's got platinum blonde hair and turquoise eyes. Teal turquoise eyes. And she's got a sharper toned face. But then he reveals himself, even though he didn't want to, because he had to save Orion, and in his human form, he is a horrible swimmer. And so Orion saw him in his demon form trying to save him. So of course Harry is revealed. And oh my god, Astrid just fucking stabs Harry repeatedly. And it's a little difficult for Ryan to watch because he's sort of in love with this guy. It's amazing. I love it. I also love the unconditional support that Edric gives Ryan. But yeah, Astrid stabs Harry repeatedly. Astrid also now knows her real past with her real mother and how suddenly her real mother went missing. We don't know what happened, how it happened, whatever. But yeah, Ryan and Harry's ship is so fucking adorable and cute, and I love it. I really, really hope nothing bad happens to either of them. I am actually scared for what could happen to all of these characters. I don't want any of them to die, but I'm scared that some of them might. And honestly, if you can scare me into that and thinking that, you have done your job as a good author. It's a good job on you, Coco Ma. If you ever see this, I don't think you will. Let's talk about how Harry can shadow jump. Some of his powers are shadow jumping and healing himself and immortality, yada yada yada. But shadow jumping apparently takes a huge toll on his body. So while they're, of all things, roof jumping, Harry has to shadow jump to save Edric, which kind of pulls him, depletes some of his energy, but it's fine. But yeah, they decide to roof jump, and it's all Astrid's idea, and Orion has done it with her. My favorite part of this is that Edric is like, I can't believe I've never heard about you guys doing this before. And Orion's just like, sorry, Mum. Like, Edric is such a mother hen, and it's great. And even Luna mentions that in the beginning of the book. She's such a mother hen. Because they're going to reveal a bunch of stuff, Luna has disguised Astrid, Quinlan, Ryan, even Rose to look different. But of course, Rose can't look too different because it's the face that everyone's going to remember because it's going to be her first royal appearance. Yeah, Luna completely changes everyone's looks. And so Rose has her first royal appearance at the Fairfest ball. I love reading how nervous she is and the constant mantra of kick step, kick step. I love seeing a role not as confident as they should be, or as they appear to be. Let's talk about Cain. Cain, the guy who used Rose not once, but twice, and would probably do it a third time. Cain. I want to hate him, but he kind of warns Rose about Priscilla, so I'm conflicted on how to feel about him. Plus, we don't meet him. We meet him for all of like a page or two, so there's not much to say about him. But how he acted in the past, it's just no. I don't trust Cain, but I just don't know how to feel about him yet. Maybe he'll be in Godstorm, but who knows? I mean, I don't think he would have shown up really if he wasn't gonna be in a book in the later books. But who knows? I certainly don't. Now, I want to talk about Edric's performance over Astrid's death. I'm going to read that exact scene. With Nicole and Silas at his heels and Haley and Jack falling in behind them, Edric stumbled up the dais, all too aware of General Garringsford. Only feet away, he crushed his doubt and fell to his knees before the Queen of Ixaria. Tears dripped off his chin. Years had passed since Miss M first taught him to cry at will, but these came quickly enough. Edric bowed his head, shoulders hunched, and whispered, "The Princess of Ixaria." Pause for climactic tension. Is dead. What a performance! And it's amazing. I love it. I love how he treats it just like a performance. Also, the fact that he can cry at will. Come on. What are you doing? Dude. I really enjoyed that. The encounter with Priscilla after she escapes Astrid's ice shackles. Oh my god. The last 50 pages of this book are the worst 50 pages of this book. Not the worst as in they're written badly. No, it's the worst because that is where the most emotion is in this book. And it's just too much. Priscilla renders Quinlan unconscious. That's a thing. She nearly kills everyone. Throws Harry across the wall. Astrid has to save him with some ice, an ice shield to stop a column from crushing him. We find out Luna's father is King Jacob of Ibresios. You know what's horrible? The fact that Priscilla thought that King Jacob would have killed Luna had he known about her. That's some pretty twisted, messed up shit right there. Seriously, I don't think that would have happened. Who would kill their own blood? Granted, Priscilla does nearly kill Luna, but she's corrupted by shadow magic and power, so I'm gonna excuse that. Yeah, there's instances in books, but still, I don't think King Jacob is the kind of guy that would kill his own daughter, his own child. I don't think, at least, but I could be wrong. So, and Priscilla's raining down like shadow arrows, nearly killing Quinlan, nearly killing Astrid, nearly killing just everyone. And then Luna, oh praise Luna, she comes up with an illusion of King Jacob being stabbed through the chest with one of her shadow arrows. And it is amazing. And I loved Luna's little act there. It's just great. Then Priscilla seizes Luna and Quinlan with her magic, and she seizes them and makes Astrid choose. Makes her choose between the two of them. The man she loves or the best friend. I'm glad Astrid chose Quinlan, because, yeah, Edric's gonna save Luna, obviously, but I don't think I could handle that. I don't think I could handle it. I don't think I could handle his death. That would be too much. I love him too much. He's too much in my heart. Don't ever kill him off, please. Don't do that. Don't do it. I will literally sell my soul to make sure he does not die. I know he's a fictional character and all, but he's real to me, and so even though rational thought says I shouldn't care about him this much, I do, and so don't kill him. Please, I'm begging here. Of course, Quinlan is unconscious by the end of this book forever, for all I know. And please tell me I just want to know if he's gonna be alright. Which is why I cannot wait for Godstorm to come out on October 20th, I think. And because of the choice Astrid makes, Luna feels betrayed. Now, this is where I start to not like Luna so much, because she's blaming Astrid for it, and honestly, it bothers me. Like, it's an impossible choice. She had to choose, but it's an impossible choice. Choosing your best friend over the one that you love. Sure, you've known your best friend, like, most of your life. But the one you love? It's an impossible choice. You can't just say that it's an easy one. And I don't like how Luna is basically saying that Astrid betrayed her and basically said that Astrid doesn't love Luna enough. Like, no. You can't. It's an impossible choice. She listened to her heart. Her heart said Quinlan. Doesn't matter. She loves you, Luna, but god damn it. I really get annoyed with Luna at the end of this book. Also, because Priscilla can't be killed because of reflective spells, Harry takes her into the immortal realm, and Orion, stupid fucking Orion, jumps in after him. Now, Orion, I'm so close to calling him just the biggest idiot in the world, because of course Harry's gonna come back. Harry can come back from the immortal realm, but you can't, Orion. I don't care. I don't care. Orion, you foolish, foolish man. And I hope Orion ends up okay. But you don't just jump into a portal. Every logic, magic logic says you don't just jump into a portal. You don't know where it goes. You just don't jump into it. So there's that. And then there's a lot of things. Rose and Quinlan get shipped off back to Eridor. Once Quinlan becomes stable, Harry brings them there, and then Harry is to go into the immortal realm and look for Orion. Now, Luna is leaving to Abrecios to see her father, meet with her father, but she's leaving because she doesn't want to be around Astrid. She needs a break, and I get it. But also, Luna, I'd like to point out, in this hardcover edition, page 353. Oh yes, I wrote the page number down, because this really got me mad. Luna's mask cracked for the briefest second, revealing despair beneath. Astrid felt as though her heart had been cleaved in half. I understand, Luna said. You fucking don't. But how can you do this to me? Astrid demanded her. You know I love you. She scrabbled for words, voice rising in desperation. If it had been between me and Edric, who would you have chosen? Always you, Astrid, Luna responded without the slightest of hesitation. Her voice broke on her next words, a lone tear rolling down her cheek. I'll always choose you. I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe it for a second. I see how much you love Edric. I see it. And if you will choose Astrid over him, then you don't love him enough. That's my logic. I hate it. I was like, no, you wouldn't. And I honestly believe she wouldn't. If she was put in Astrid's position, she would not have saved Astrid. I do not believe it for a second. But of course, that is my opinion, and no one else's. I don't believe Luna for a second that she would choose Astrid over Edric. I don't. It's just, don't believe it. I don't care if she thinks that's what she would choose. I don't think she would. That's my opinion. And you can disagree with me all you want in the comments. Now, I also have something from page 356. And this is when Rose is leaving with Harry and Quinlan. Harry's already taken Rose back to Eridor, and he's come back for Quinlan. And Astrid hugs him, but she's like, I'm counting on you, Harry. Astrid whispered fiercely, I need him back, because they're talking about Orion. So do I, he said with such emotion that she drew back in surprise. Harry blinked and then blushed bright pink. I mean, oh, Astrid said, oh, how could she be so stupid? All those times she hadn't even noticed. So So yeah, this had me dying of laughter. She finally figured out what was going on between Ryan and Harry. And yes, I agree with her statement. How could she be so stupid? It's amazing, and I love it. I like how she finally realizes what was going on there, but it took her an entire book to figure that out. Weeks. It took her weeks to figure that out. Lord Conrad, the Astron's god of ice, tells Astron to go to the dungeons, which apparently Astron didn't know that her palace had dungeons, but yeah. These dungeons reveal that Astron's real mother is alive. Not only alive, but completely, sane. After a decade in dungeons, she's completely sane, which I find odd, but it's possible. It really is possible, but still, she's completely sane, and I love it. I'm so happy that one of Esther's parents is alive, and it's great. It's a nice little shred of light in the surrounding darkness. That is the ending of this book. That's everything I wanted to talk about in this book. This is going to be a longer book talk because I had so much to talk about. I hope you guys stuck through it all with me. I'm going to start giving books ratings out of 5. So Shadow Frost is a solid 5 out of 5 stars for me. That's because I absolutely love it. I love the world. I love this story. I love the characters. And I love how I was actually able to feel things. On the first time I read this, I nearly cried. On my second time, I did cry multiple times. That takes some skill, and that was accomplished. So good on Coco for that. That's it for this video. If you want to see more videos from me, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell for your notifications, give this video a like if you liked it, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!